One of the things that you are sometimes fantastically entertainingly wrong about,
here we go,
is that in a really cheesy way, I know quite a lot of people that you talk about sometimes. I've met them, they're not in my speed dial list, but I know them, I've worked with them. And when you guess what it is that has contributed to a film being terrible or good, you very often attribute it to the wrong person. In fact, you very often attribute things to actors, and we don't deserve it.
Give me an example. Give me a hard and fast
I'll give you the opposite example of what I just said, because that's how fickle I am.
I can't give you an example.
You're so wrong about Pirates of the Caribbean and Johnny Depp in particular in this aspect. Johnny Depp gets a part, and is offered a part, as he often is in giant blockbuster films, all of which he turns down. He decides to take this cheesy film about a Disney ride. It's going to be unbelievably normal and dull, and he perversely turns up with a bunch of gold teeth and plays it like, you know, plays it like a gay Londoner who's staggering out of heaven at 4 o'clock in the morning in 1975. And the studio go ballistic. They beg him not to do it, and he says, fire me or put up with it. And he's the guy that elevates this film from being a film for the family to this huge juggernaut, and that's why he doesn't deserve props to Sweeney Todd. He deserves his props and his Oscar nomination for that film.
Excuse me, and firing back.
This is great, because I'm feeling I'm having my work done for me by the Golden Globe nominated.
No, excuse me. Here's how this happened.
Non-Golden Globe attending.
The person that I cite in that is Gore Verbinski. Now, two things. Firstly, the studio were right. Johnny Depp's performance in that film is terrible. It is the performance of an undirected man.
It's the reason why.
It doesn't matter. Hey, listen, that may be true. Smell-o-vision may be the reason why some of those films took money. It doesn't mean it's any good.
No, they don't. I tell you, I did the Robert McKee course a few years ago in London.
What, about smell-o-vision?
I know, about, formulaic structure, so we thought. A bunch of British people went to do it, and we went really to make fun of him and tell him, who the hell are you to come here and tell us how to write films? And he came out and immediately disarmed everyone by saying, I know nothing about making films. You're all thinking, if this guy knows so much, how come he hasn't written giant blockbusters? And you can write whatever films you want. But if you make a film nowadays, despite the marketing and the hype and the McDonald's Happy Meals, that ends up making $500–600 million around the world, it's because it has somehow resonated with the audiences, because you can't hype things that big. You can't make teenagers want to see a film 20 times.
Yes,
something in it hits a good... You can't. There aren't films that are that successful without somehow hitting a chord. It might be a chord we don't like. It might be something misogynistic. It might be something violent about mob rule, some kind of revenge fantasy, but nonetheless, something about what he did in Pirates of the Caribbean elevated it from what their projections were to something 10 times bigger and turned it into a global franchise, and it's his performance alone.
Something about what he did something about what he did resonate. It resonated with the increasingly stupid gene which is taking over the world. What Johnny Depp did was, and I stand completely uncorrected on this, he dreamt up that performance, he came on set, Gore Verbinski went, what, it's Johnny Depp, fine. The studio then may have said, you're not doing that. Gore Verbinski,
take your teeth out,
Gore Verbinski would never once have said to Johnny Depp, Johnny, stop doing that, because Gore Verbinski couldn't direct traffic.